Hello, and in this video I would like to demonstrate our new job tendering system. So to start, I click on Tendering. The tendering system allows you to subscribe to external systems to send quotes and tender for work from these external companies. So within the tendering directory, we have a list of publicly listed subscription services, and here you see we have two, Quality British Investigators and Legal Investigators currently. To add an external service that is not publicly listed, we simply click Add Service in the top right hand corner. And we complete the form with the service details. In the public subscription service list, we have two services, Quality British Investigators and Legal Investigators. One of which I've subscribed to, which is Quality British Investigators, and I've entered my subscription credentials. And one which I haven't, which is Legal Investigators. You will notice on the one I'm not subscribed to, the number of contracts available is locked, and it has the ability for me to add my credentials to this service. So because I'm subscribed to the Quality British Investigator service, you will notice it allows me to view contracts. Click on that button, takes us to the subscription overview, which shows us the status of our account. We can view the amount that we have earned from this subscription, and if relevant, the amount that is held in escrow for the work that we are currently completing, as well as the star rating we have received from customers of this subscription service. Below that we have the contract list that shows a list of the contracts that are still in date that we have not submitted a quotation for. And as you can see, it says currently no outstanding contracts available from the service provider at this time, meaning there is no contracts for us to submit quotations for. Because the quotation system built into Vireo is quite simple, what I want to do is bring up the mobile device and demonstrate a client using the external service and how the two services will interact with one another. So I'm going to start by installing the app from the Play Store. So we open the Play Store on the mobile device. Type in British Investigators and click Search. Then you will notice the fourth one down, Quality British Investigators. Then we click Install to install the app on this mobile device. We must wait for it to download and then install itself. Then we can click Open to start the app on this Android device. So I'm going to shorten these steps. I will cut out the typing from the video to speed up the process. The first screen you are presented with is the login screen. Because I don't have an account, I'm going to click the Get Started button. Type in my email and password and confirm the password. I'm brought to the login screen. I type my credentials and click Login. First time the customer logs in, they are presented with an account wizard. The first tab is the Welcome and Service Features tab. The second tab is the account type selection, allowing the customer to choose a personal or commercial account type. Next tab asks for the customer's full name. The final tab allows the customer to review their selection, so I'll click Finish. The next wizard starts by asking for our address details. The second tab is for contact details, mobile and landline. The third tab is for discrete mode, which I'm not going to cover, and the final tab is for two-step authentication, which I will just leave turned off for now. Clicking Finish completes the registration process and takes us to the customer dashboard. You will notice we have notifications telling us that we have logged in and completed the wizards. So now we have set up an account. The next thing I want to demonstrate is submitting a contract to request quotations, and we do that by clicking the Request Quotation button. As part of submitting a quotation, the client must first choose a service. I'm going to leave investigation selected. We need to add job details without personally identifiable information. Add the town and postcode the job is located in. Choose a budget if you want to filter the results. And finally pick an estimated start date for the job. Then we click Submit Request to submit the job. If the submission was a success, we will receive a push notification. You will notice we have a notification that the investigation contract has been received. The contract is now pending moderation, so I'll contact the team at QBI to moderate my contract now. Notice we get a push notification as soon as the contract has been moderated. Once the contract has been moderated, it becomes available for the subscribers in Vireo to start tendering for that contract. You will notice we have an investigation from Newcastle with the estimated start date at the 22nd of the 12th. To view this contract, we simply click View Contract. This takes us to the contact details page, where we can ask the client questions and submit a quotation. I'm going to start by submitting a question to the client to find out more information. Once I click Ask, the system requires me to double check and confirm, because once a question has been asked, it cannot be edited or deleted. Once we click Confirm, a push notification is sent in real time to the customer's mobile device through the service. Clicking the notification opens the app. If we check the notifications, you can see we have a new question. Checking the top bar, the mailbox icon has a 1 next to it. Clicking it shows we have one quotation question from your company. If we then click the item, it takes us to the message in the inbox. The customer can view the contract details and reference number the message relates to. The customer can then review the message and quickly reply below. So I'm going to reply to the question as the customer. The customer will receive a push notification to confirm the message has been sent. Now if we go back to video, you can see we have a new notification telling us we have a quotation reply. You will also be notified via email of any updates from the subscription systems. So I'm quickly going to respond back to the customer's message. The customer will receive a push notification that they have received a new message. And again, a new message notification and one unread mail message to view. So we can quickly view the message and read the response. Okay, so now we have communicated with the customer and understand what we are quoting for. I'm now going to submit a quote, and it works in exactly the same way as quoting internal clients in the system. We fill in the quotation details text and click Save. Now we add quotation line items and then click Save Changes. The quotation totals will be automatically calculated and tax will be added based on your company settings. Once you are happy with the quotation, you can click Send Quote to send this quotation to the customer. Clicking the Send button will send a real-time notification to the customer that they have a new quotation. And again, the customer has a notification that they've received a quotation. Okay, so the customer has waited and has received a few quotations from other companies using the Vireo system. So I'm going to scroll down and you can see we have 5 quotations. Clicking here takes us through to a list of jobs we have requested quotations for. Clicking the job in the list takes us through to the quotation list page, where the customer can review their quotations and prices. Clicking View pops out the quick overview of the job. If the customer is interested and would like to know more, they can click Breakdown to review the quotation details. The breakdown includes things such as the company details, distance from the customer, the average star rating, any accreditations the company may have, and so on. Below that is the quotation details and breakdown, as well as the buttons to print out and accept the quote. But I don't want to accept the quote just yet. I want to quickly show you that this demo version of Vireo is empty and has no clients or jobs. So I'm going to click Clients, All Clients, and you can see there's no clients in this system. And I'm going to click Tasks, All Tasks, and you can see there's no tasks in the system either. I can then demonstrate what happens and how the clients and jobs are added from this subscription service. So let's bring back up the mobile device and click Accept Quote. We will be presented with the accept confirmation and terms. They must consent to the transfer of their data. Clicking the Accept button then communicates with your system and downloads your specific company agreements. They will receive a push notification that the quote has been accepted. They must then read through your agreements and choose if they wish to sign them to proceed. They can then sign with their finger, pen or mouse and tick that they agree and to provide their IP address as proof. Once they click Sign Document, they accept the quotation. As you can see, they have a notification that they have accepted the quotation. If we now go over to Vireo, you will see we have 3 notifications. We have received a new client, won a contract, and the client has signed an agreement. We can go to Clients, All Clients, And you can see we now have a client in the system. Clicking into the client profile, you will see it as a stripped down profile. There is a notice that this profile is an external profile. If you notice in the top right hand corner, we have the subscription referral company logo. This is so you can quickly identify where the client came from. If we click into agreements, you can see that your company agreement will have been signed and the signature plus IP address has been stored. I'm going to press the go back button to go back. Now I'm going to click tasks, all tasks, and you will notice we have one task from QBI. The little icon with the box with the arrow pointing out alerts us to the fact that it is an external job. If we click into the job details page, one of the first things you will notice is the escrow alert and escrow required notice under status. Escrow is dependent on the subscription service. This service requires escrow for jobs with a value higher than £500, but since escrow is beyond the scope of this demonstration, I'm going to go away and complete and skip past the escrow step for this video. Okay, so I've now went away and set up escrow, and you can see the client has paid £660 into the escrow account. That escrow amount is being held by Transpact until the job is completed. When the client releases the escrow payment, it automatically moves into earnings for this subscription service. Okay, so let's go to tasks, all tasks, and click into the task details. And now the escrow is set up, the job turns into a standard job. You can do everything on this job as normal, as any other job. And while this job is pending, the client can add subjects. So to demonstrate that, let's bring up the mobile device. You can see that the customer has £660 in escrow in their QBI account as well. If we scroll down, you will see we have one pending job. Just below that, we have one open job that is pending. Clicking that takes us straight to the job overview page. So to add a subject, they click Add Subject, choose the subject type. I'm going to add an individual, complete the details and click Add. So we have added a subject. Now I'm going to quickly add a photo for this subject. So to do that, I click Add Photo and complete the basic info. Select a photo file and click Add. Notice you will see the upload progress and receive a push notification once the upload is complete and successful. If we go back to video, you will notice we have two notifications, subject added and subject photo added. So if we now go to the brief sheet and under section 3, the subject info tab, you can see we have one individual, Jimmy Jameson. If we click through to view profile, we can see the customer's image upload has been successful into the video system. So I'm going to go back and then back again to the job overview. And what I quickly want to demonstrate is team compliance. So I'll scroll down and click Shortlist a Candidate. Choose David Davis for this demonstration and click Add. I'm going to scroll down and make David Davis successful. So I've now added him to the successful team. Now I'm going to allocate him to the current team. So we click Add Team Member, complete the details and click Save Changes. If we click Go Back, you can see David Davis has been added to the currently allocated team. So now if I bring up the mobile device and shut the Subjects tab, if we scroll down to Compliance and click the tab, the anonymous employee compliance information will be revealed. This shows to the customer anonymous account security information. If the employee has signed a company NDA, employee data log, which shows what customer data has been accessed and when, as well as any attempted data breaches. It also shows all the screen identification, background checks, financial checks, criminal record checks, and insurance checks that has been completed. All the information is anonymous and just allows the customer to determine what security levels and background checks have been done on the employees assigned to their jobs. Let's say a customer was unhappy with, for instance, an employee's password strength. Because the data that they were sending to you was very sensitive. They would need to contact you quoting the employee reference number, so you could look up in your employee directory the culprit and advise them to strengthen their password. All changes are updated to the external system in real time. I don't want to go too deep into one subscription system, so that is all I will demonstrate for now. As well as through the app, the customer can also use the service through the QBI website. They can log in using any web browser and use the system in exactly the same way as the app. If you would like to know more, please contact the external subscription companies direct.